Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you around my latest score and something I know a lot of people have been waiting for over a decade, the Air Jordan 11 Cool Gray. This sneaker is dope on multiple levels. In this video, I'll show you all around this shoe, do a super quick history of the Jordan 11, and try to explain why people are so loose off these. But before I do, I ask that you please hit the like button if you're feeling this content, and please subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. Okay, let's get started. So I scored this pair on the Nike Sneakers app. These fittingly dropped on December 11th for the retail price of $225 US. This is the third time these have released in this colorway, and for years, Jordan Brand has had a history of releasing retro 11s right before the holiday season. And this year, they did not disappoint. I always feel special when I score on the Sneakers app, but I've heard Nike release these in huge numbers and tons of people scored. That's great to me because if people are willing to pay Nike $225 for these, they should be able to get them. Before we dive all the way into the shoe, here's a quick history of the Jordan 11. In 1993, after winning his third consecutive championship, Jordan decided to retire from the NBA. In 94, he signed a minor league baseball contract with the White Sox. It was a pretty random move, but it didn't last long, and after only 17 months, he announced he was going back to the NBA. In 1995, when he returned to the court, he was rocking the brand new Jordan 11 black and white Concords. He was fined $5,000 for that game because the colorway didn't match the Chicago Bulls, but eventually they released a black and red pair known as the Breads. The Jordan 11s were designed by legendary Nike designer Tinker Hatfield. I've mentioned this guy a bunch of times on my channel, and he's responsible for designing some of the most iconic Jordans in history. Tinker has gone on record saying the Jordan 11 is his all-time favorite shoe. That's a big statement, but a lot of people seem to agree because in 2019, when they released the Jordan 11 Bread, Nike reported it was their best-selling sneaker in history. That's amazing and almost hard to believe considering how many kicks they release. These Cool Grays originally dropped in 2001. I'm not sure how the rest of the world felt about these at that time, but here in the New York, New Jersey area, people went crazy for these. They're such a clean colorway, and to many people, they're one of the best Jordans ever designed. Now that we have a little background, let's take a look at the shoe. Starting with the box, you have mostly gray packaging with a white Jordan Knockout logo. One of the coolest things you'll notice on this box is the color blocking. It actually matches the shoe. Check it out. You have the lighter gray on top and this darker gray on the bottom. That's a touch most people won't notice, but it's cool and it's there. Taking out the shoe, you have that classic Jordan 11 silhouette, a super clean colorway with premium materials, different tones of gray, hits of white, and an icy blue transparent outsole. What's not to like about them? They look good, but back in 1995 when the 11s originally released, they weren't just looks, and all those different cuts and materials served a functional purpose on court. For example, this large patent leather panel that wraps around the entire sneaker is not just for aesthetic reasons. It was actually meant to keep Jordan's foot from rolling during a game. The theory was patent leather doesn't stretch as easily as the leather you normally find on sneakers, so when Jordan would do a sharp pivot during a game, the patent leather would remain firm and help keep his foot in place. And for this release, they added a slight bit more height to that patent leather panel. Another thing I noticed is typically these 11s come with a plastic shoe tree that looks like this, but this pair came with cardboard shoe trees. I appreciate Jordan Brand going with something more eco-friendly, but I will say it makes them feel slightly less premium. That said, I still support this move. When these originally dropped, they had a nylon upper that was not only durable but also very lightweight, which contributed to better performance. This pair is more for lifestyle and comes with a suede upper. These also have carbon fiber in the lower area to add support to the arches and reduce weight. Carbon fiber is everywhere today, so it might not seem like a big deal, but in 1995, adding that expensive material to a shoe was unheard of. The laces are thick, white, rope-style laces that are also pretty lightweight. They're held in place with these gray nylon lace loops. You have a gray suede tongue with no branding and the classic Jordan tag on the back. If you work your way further down the tongue, you will see the Jordan brand. You'll also notice there is no Nike branding on these, only Jordan. That too was a pretty big deal back in 1995, and surprising for a company like Nike to allow something like that. The sock liner is gray and has a fair amount of cushioning. The insole is also gray with a white Jumpman, nothing too crazy. Moving to the rear of the sneaker, you have that number 23 on the heel tab in this squared out font. On the rear lateral side, you have the Jumpman icon embroidered in white stitching. Working your way down, you will see a clean white midsole resting under the suede and patent leather uppers. Further down, at the bottom of the shoe, you have these beautiful transparent blue outsoles with hits of solid gray panels and exposed carbon fiber. I love these icy outsoles, and I think they complement the gray and white perfectly. But one downside with these is they get dirty really fast and they're guaranteed to yellow over time. It's a standard problem with these, but whatever, they're still fly. Another issue I have with the 11s is the crease factor. This patent leather looks and performs really well, but from a lifestyle perspective, it's not the ideal material for a toe box. It tends to crease pretty quickly, and if you're not careful, it's difficult, if not impossible, to reverse. Regarding size, from my experience, they fit true to size, but I always recommend you try them on before you buy them if possible to find your perfect fit. I picked these up as a gift for someone, so unfortunately I can't show you any shots on foot, and I have to keep these dead stock. That said, I will show you a few pics of these on foot that I found online. In conclusion, these are not my favorite Jordans, but I like this look, I respect the design, and I understand why people love them so much. They're a clean silhouette, a solid basketball sneaker, even by today's standards, and they also have a strong lifestyle appeal. Plus, they don't look like any other sneaker. They are, in my opinion, a very respectable pair of kicks. Currently, these are reselling for around $300, give or take a few dollars, but if you bought these to resell, I would recommend sitting on them for a year or two, giving people time to beat up the pairs they already own and thin out the herd, so to speak. After a while, people will start seeking out new pairs, and I believe the prices will start to go up. That's my video on the Jordan 11 Cool Grays. This was a short one, but I was just so happy I scored these, I wanted to show them to y'all. Please click the like button if you're feeling this content. Please subscribe if you would like to see more. And please click that notification bell to stay up to date on my latest videos. Also, feel free to check me out on Instagram at E21Life for other random pics and content. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, stay safe, everyone. Peace.